Imagine just for a moment that you could step back from everything you've been holding on to. All the expectations, all the ideas about proving something to others. All those moments where the effort seemed to fade because you were focusing on what others thought. What if, instead, you could simply just rest in the knowledge that what you do matters, but not in the way you once thought? You see, the mind, it has this incredible way of looking for patterns, and sometimes it takes a step back, as if to look at a bigger picture. And when you take that step back, you'll notice how the world, with all its complexity and noise, it's simply just a reflection of what's happening inside. Have you ever noticed that? You might have thought doing something for others, impressing them, or seeking their approval would give you the sense of fulfillment that you wanted. But now you realize something profound. No matter how much you do, no matter how much you strive, sometimes people, they don't even notice the way that you hoped that they would. So in fact, there might be times when it seems as if that energy, all that focus, seems to fade away with the acknowledgement that you once sought. And yet, imagine now, if you will, something subtle happening inside you, as though your mind just begins to shift, even in this very moment. And what if instead of doing things for others, you could begin to ask yourself, what do I truly want for me? What if in that simple moment, you just realized your efforts, they don't need to be validated externally? What if your motivation came not from impressing others, but from something deeper, something rooted within you? What if your actions, your choices, they could simply come from a place of you, with no need for external validation? And imagine, as you think about that, about your past achievements, the challenges you've overcome, and the moments where you pushed yourself hard, you realize all of that effort is not just about impressing others. That's a fascinating thing, isn't it? To realize, despite of what you might have thought in the past, those challenges, they were steps that you chose. You chose them because they were part of your journey. You chose them because deep inside, there was something that you were reaching for, something only you could define. Now, isn't it interesting how when you let go of the need to impress others, a whole new world opens up? Think of all the things you've done, all the times you've succeeded, not for the sake of others, but for you. And in that very moment, doesn't that feeling of accomplishment begin to shift its shape? Doesn't it feel more genuine, more connected to who you truly are? What if right now you could see every effort, every challenge, not as a way to gain approval, but as a way to tap into something within you that's always been there? Imagine just for a moment the energy you put into something wasn't about winning others over, but about creating something uniquely yours. A path that brings you joy because it aligned you with who you are and what you stand for. And what if you could embrace the idea there's something infinitely more rewarding than approval from others? It's the satisfaction of knowing that every moment of effort, every ounce of energy you put forth, it's a direct investment in your own life's journey. When you allow yourself to think about that, doesn't that idea feel freeing, light, and full of potential? Doesn't it feel empowering to think your actions, they can come from a place of internal motivation, rather than the approval and the admiration of others? Because what if you could begin to realize that this journey of yours, the things you pursue, they're not just about the outcome or the recognition. They're about who you become in the process. You become stronger. You become more resilient. You begin to see the life itself as a reward, simply by living it fully. And in this moment, you might begin to notice how much power there is in simply choosing what matters to you, choosing your path without needing to seek approval or validation. And as you reflect on this, you might even notice that the obstacles you once perceived as things to prove yourself through, they begin to take on a new meaning. The energy that once seemed to dissipate into the void of others' opinions now shifts, almost like a subtle breeze lifting you up, giving you new momentum to move forward, to explore and to learn. Because in truth, the reward is in the act of living the life that you decide to live. And you've always had this power to make that choice, to put in effort because it resonates with you, not for others, but for your own growth and fulfillment. And the next time you wonder, why bother? Or what's the point? Let that question simply pass by like a cloud in the sky. Notice how it doesn't need to stay, and you might just realize you are the point. Every step forward you take, it's a testament to your own strength, your own wisdom, and your own journey of self-discovery. And in this moment, you begin to realize there's always a reward in doing something for yourself. And that reward is greater than any external praise could ever be. Now, what if you could carry that feeling within you? Not just for today, but as you step into tomorrow and the next day and the next. And notice how this sense of internal purpose, of your purpose, could grow. Every moment, every action, every choice that you make. It can come from this place inside you where your true power lies. And doesn't that thought make everything seem just a little bit more possible? A little more exciting, a little more meaningful? Because ultimately, you're here for you. And with each new step you take in this direction, the world seems to open up in ways that feel more authentic, more connected, and more aligned with who you truly are. And as you reflect on this, imagine yourself over time becoming even more attuned to your own inner compass, trusting it, knowing your choices, your efforts, they are enough, always enough.